there was a moment before this, you're this moment, and there's a moment after you're this. Think about the this moments. And many times when you encounter something and then someone is following up, you have these embarrassing moments, got fired, got divorced suddenly. I mean, just these blindsiding moments, and people walk up to you and say, dude, how are you doing? Oftentimes, what do? We tend to ramble on and on and on, and we give people too much detail. You have to have a script in your life. The beautiful thing about creating a script, and dude, you have to rehearse these things before you go out into the public. The beautiful thing about it is you get to control the narrative. You get to control the words and the emotions that you put in this also. You have to think of people that come to follow up with you to say, hey, how are you doing in this difficult situation? You have to think of them as your press secretaries, right? And so they are going to take away from whatever it is that you say. They're going to take those words away from whatever the conversation is, and they're going to carry that forward. And they're going to run across people, even people with good intentions, don't mean to paint you in a negative light. But if you're not careful with the emotions that you apply to these situations, you're this moment, and you're not careful with the words that you give, then what happens is it develops some poor perceptions. And you need a script for two reasons. Number one, you need it for others, because you don't want to, not everybody is your therapist. Not everybody needs to know what you're going through. Okay, so you need a script for that. But also you need a script for yourself as well. If you go too much in the details and you retell the story over and over again, you tell a decade worth of story, the buildup of how your this moment came to arrive, then what happens is it pulls up all these negative emotions, right? And so you retell the story, you pull all these negative emotions, and it knocks you 3 miles back. It's not that you don't vent. You can only vent to a select person if there's anyone at all. If you don't have that person, then sometimes, dude, you got to write in third person. Sometimes it means that you go exercise and you try to work it out in your mind, whatever the case may be. But you can't hide in life, and you can't walk around with a no comment in life. You can't do that at all. If you develop a script that touches on the emotion, but it doesn't reveal all the details, you own the situation, and you let people know that you're going to bounce back. Those three things. So when someone says, dude, I'm so sorry to hear about that you got fired, man, they're waiting for what comes next. You cannot come out with, they ain't heard the last of me, I'm going to pull them down. They pulled Johnny in, he's a brother-in-law. If you pull all these stories in, dude, they walk away and like, oh God, man, Marsha's about to go postal. But if you touch on the emotion, you own it, and then you let people know that you're going to be fine, it creates that script, and it keeps things productive. And then when they walk away, they say, you know what? It's a tough situation for Marsh, but he's going to be okay.